Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all to my channel. I am Razak Ali, advocate. Today we are going to see how to get a talaq, how to get divorce to a Muslim man or woman. So this is a topic. First of all, before going to the topic, I just wanted to register one thing. Talaq is a most hated thing to the God. When a question was asked to Prophet Muhammad, what is the most hated thing to Allah? Prophet replied, Talaq. Talaq is the most hated thing to Allah. There are more crimes, rape, murder, theft, and so many criminal activities are there. But Prophet Muhammad has named Talaq as a most hated thing. So we should avoid in our life the Talaq or divorce, whether you are a Muslim or Hindu or Christian. It is the most hated to the thing to a God is Talaq, so it divorce, and so it is to be avoided in all possible means. So I want to register this thing before going to my topic. The second thing is, nowadays, even for small things, the youngsters are now following a way that they cannot proceed with their marriage life and they wanted to go for a divorce. Even for a silly thing, they are demanding divorce. This is a unfortunate thing prevailing among the present generation people. So whenever there is a problem, misunderstanding, disputes between the husband or wife, it is always better to counsel with each other, to talk with each other, to resolve the dispute. It is not somewhere else. The solution is with you. If you are able to tolerate, or if you are able to adjust with your husband, you can comfortably run the married life. If you if you adjust with your wife, you can lead a happy married life. A small adjustment, small tuning between the husband and wife will make your life happy, and it will give a pleasant life in your life. So, if there is a small problem in your car or scooter, what will you do? You will just think you should throw the vehicle, you should throw the two-wheeler, and you should go for a new one. But you should not adopt the same sort of things in your marital life. If there is a dispute, misunderstanding, fight, or whatever it may be, before marriage, you can take a decision. Before going for a marriage, you think twice, thrice, 100 times you think, no problem, and decide whether you can marry this lady or not, whether you can marry this gentleman or not. That time, time is with you. Time is with you, to your husband, to your parents, to your relatives, friends. You can discuss with everyone, and you can decide whether you can marry this boy or not, whether you can marry this girl or not. That time you can decide. Once you decide and you marry, then don't think you should leave it. You should always try your level best to go along with your partner to lead the rest of your life and make it happy. So that is the second message I want to register through this video. Now the third thing is just what is the one of the test method. If you want to go for a divorce, you will have to test yourself whether you are a fit person to go for a divorce or not. If you have some problem, automatically you will go to a multi-specialties hospital and do master checkup. Like that, if you want to have a thought for divorce, or if you have decided to go for a divorce, you go for a medical checkup. This is a self-test. If you have a tendency to go for a suicide, If you think that it is better to go for a suicide rather than living with this life partner, and if there is a continuous temptation that you should go for a divorce, you should go for a suicide instead of living with this gentleman, this or this girl, then this is a first elementary step, which will, then only you will have to think about your divorce. Just listening this thing, don't laugh at me that we have such type of temptation, and we are also thinking in the way whether we should go for a divorce or not. No, it is not like that. This is the first elementary UKG. It's a UKG for going for a divorce. Elementary level test. Once you have such test, just see whether this temptation is there continuously for more than 6 months. Today, if you have a small fight with your wife or husband, and you get a feeling or temptation that it is better to go for a divorce, or it is better to go for a suicide instead of living with this gentleman, that is not a test. That is not a thing I am suggesting. If you have a temptation repeatedly again and again and continuously that I should go for a divorce instead of living with this gentleman, I have to go for a divorce instead of living with this lady, then it is a first elementary test. You are crossing the first level. Once you did that, it is not an automatic thing you should go for a divorce. Once you had such tendency, then you take the help of your friend. Choose one friend. That friend can be your father or mother or brother or sister or your relative or your any person. You need a friend. You have to consult your opinion with this gentleman, that your friend. You should convey, I am having this kind of temptation. I'm not happy with my married life. I have this kind of feeling. It is tempting me. It is tempting me to go for a suicide. Like that, you share your difficulties, problems, and also explain your friend all the practical, say what is the difficulties you are facing, and consult him. You have to and see his and get his opinion, get his assistance, get his help to give you guidance. Because if you have such kind of temptation feelings, then you cannot have that independent thought, ability to take a decision. So if whenever you are in anger, you should not take a decision. Like that, when you have a temptation to go for a suicide, you should not take a decision. Now you will have to get the help of your friend, best companion, a friend, father, mother, brother, sister, whoever is comfortable to you. Get their help, get their suggestion, get their ideas, get their support. And if they should give you proper guidance, this help to you. And then if you have the problem continuously for more than 6 months, then you go for you and your friends and your relatives, your father, mother, parents, everyone comes to a conclusion that it is not practically possible to you to continue the married life, then go for a divorce, go for a talaq. Now, these are all three things. First thing is, you should not think for a divorce, because it is the most hated thing to go. Second thing is, even for a silly things, you should not go for a divorce. You have to adjust. Third thing, your marital life should exceed the limit, and it should push you to go for a divorce or to go for a suicide. If you are having a problem, continuous problem for more than 6 months, and you are not in a position to tolerate your problems, your feelings, sufferings, and it is repeatedly tempting you to go for a divorce, to go for a suicide, seek your friend's help. And if you cross all these things, then if you finally decide and your relatives also decide it is better to go for a divorce, then you think about a divorce. Now, how to divorce? This is a topic we are going to discuss it today. So there are several types of divorce for the Muslim woman. Talaq, Muttalaq, Triple Talaq, Talaq-e-Mubarak, Kula, like that several types of talaqs are there. So Kula is the one which is a talaq demanded by a wife, and at the request of the wife, the husband is giving talaq. This is called Kula. And Mubarak is the talaq. It's a mutual consent. Both parties has come to a conclusion and they have mutually agree for a divorce. Mutually agree for talaq. This is called Talaq-e-Mubarak. Then talaq by pronouncement by a husband. He can pronounce a talaq thrice. This triple talaq is now it is prohibited, and it will amount to it's a criminal offence, like what a new act was passed. So it is not permissible. You can pronounce talaq 3 times at the interval of 45 days for 3 menstruation period. That is also permissible. My advice is that if you have decided to go for talaq or divorce, you discuss the matter with your wife or relatives. The relatives of husbands and relatives of the wife should discuss with each other, and they have to come to a amicable solution, resolve all their issues, and you have mutually agree for a divorce. And you have to make once you agree for a talaq or divorce, you make a deed, talaq deed, talaqnama or Talaq-e-Mubarak or Kula, whatever may be, depending upon your requirement. This deed can be prepared by an advocate or by a notary public, and they can enumerate all the terms and conditions. In the talaqnama, you can specify when you married and why you are separated. You did not specify the exact reason. Misunderstanding, you can simply say misunderstanding. And what are the terms? Whether if you have a husband, children, who will take custody of these children? What you can simply acknowledge the receipt of their articles. All the properties belong to the husband should be taken by husband, and then you can also register all the properties, jewels and other things belong to the wife has been taken by the wife, and you can also decide about the future maintenance. So as per the Criminal Procedure Code under 125, Section 125 Act, a Muslim woman can claim maintenance throughout his life till she go for a remarriage. So under 125 she can claim maintenance. Or under Muslim Protection Act also, the wife can make a claim for maintenance. Now, most of the people are thinking that they have to give maintenance only for the iddat period, 3 months or 4 months period. It is not so. So a Muslim woman can claim maintenance till her life or till her remarriage, whichever is short, under the Criminal Procedure Code. Under Muslim Protection Act, Muslim Women Protection Act also, they can claim maintenance, or they can give a permanent settlement, maintenance towards a permanent settlement. Like what they instead of maintenance, they can demand a lump sum amount from the husband for the lifetime settlement. So that time that also be discussed, and that can be incorporated in the deed itself, so that every terms and conditions of the talaq, every terms and conditions of the divorce can be incorporated in the talaqnama, so that it will be a complete agreement and complete documentary evidence to show that the marriage between the husband has been mutually properly dissolved. So this document, once you make this document, you can attest this document with the notary public, and you can have one copy, so that it will be a legal document to you to show that this marriage is dissolved, marriage is you have got a divorce, or the talaq is complete. So this itself is not sufficient. In my opinion, it itself is not sufficient. So you will, after marriage, after divorce, you will have to face a lot of problem. You may have your spouse name maybe in your passport, or you have mentioned your spouse name in your Aadhaar card or bank passbook or in any other document. So supposing you are going for a visa, you will have to specify the things, spouse name. If the divorce has happened, then they will ask you a question. How do you get a divorce? Give me a court degree, divorce degree, like what the most of the government offices will ask, whether it's a passport office or immigration office, bank office, consulate, or even for an other registration office also. They will simply ask, if you say that you have divorce, produce a document, produce a court degree. They will ask. So this document is Talak Nama made between the parties, attested by Muslim Jamaat, or letter issued by Muslim Jamaat, letter issued by Muslim mosque is not sufficient. They will not consider it as a proper divorce. They will simply say, I will not take into this document as considered. This will not be triggered as a conclusive proof. You bring the court order or court degree, they will ask. So it is better to, once you arrive for an amicable settlement and dissolve the marriage through mutual consent, you file a suit, OS, in the city civil court in Madras, family court in Madras, and suppose you are in outside Madras, they can go for a concerned municipal court or family court, and they can file a suit for declaring that their marriage between the husband and wife has been properly legally dissolved. And you can, once you file a suit like that jointly, you can get a judgment or degree or court order within a period of 1 month or 2 months. So once you negotiate when the relatives of the husband and relatives of the husband talk with each other and finalize the terms and conditions of the divorce and make a deed for Talak Nama, Talak Mubaraka, Talak Kubla, then and file a case and get a degree. So everything can be within finalized, finished within a period of 1 to 3 months. And when you will have a pakka document to show that your marriage with your partner, life partner, is properly legally dissolved through a court degree, court judgment. So you can then, supposing you are going for a second marriage, then if you, as per the Tamil Nadu Marriage Act, registration of the marriage is compulsory, whether it's first marriage or second marriage. So even you go for a passport, even you go for visa, even go for any foreign countries, or even go for to perform your Hajj, they will simply ask you the marriage certificate. So automatically the marriage certificate, you have to go register the marriage, second marriage. For register of second marriage, you will have to show that your first marriage isn't properly dissolved through court order. So this judgment will be, this court order will be helpful to you. So this is the way you will have to follow to dissolve the marriage between husband and wife to a Muslim man or Muslim woman. So this is the message I want to convey through this message, through this video. So divorce or talaq is the most hated thing. You should avoid it. Number 2, if you have any small problem, misunderstanding, you have to resolve it through talks or counseling or consultation. Third thing is, if you have to conduct a test. If you want for a divorce for you have an idea, if you go for a divorce, you have a divorce thought, you will have to test yourself whether you have the test which I have told earlier. Then you will have to get a friend's opinion and then go for a divorce degree, divorce agreement, talak nama, talak deed. Then finally go to the court and get a degree, suit for declaration declaring that the marriage between this husband and this wife has been dissolved through legally through this document, and this marriage is valid. So that degree will be helpful to you for your future. So I hope this video will be useful to you, and I will come again with another topic. If you have any doubts or any opinion about this video, please make a comment. You give your comment in this video. In addition to that, if you have any doubts about a legal topic, you can watch my channel, watch my YouTube. Shariyat Law Tube is you can click the Shariyat Law Tube and you can see, you can open my channel, and there are a lot of videos. If you want in Tamil, you can watch Sattam Nam. In addition to that, if you have any specific doubt or queries or legal opinion or any legal assistance, you can contact my number, and if it is possible, I will do my help. I hope this video will be useful to you. You please watch my video, and you can gain your knowledge. This knowledge, legal knowledge, will not only give you the power, it will give you confidence in your life, and you can build a comfortable, strengthened life. So I will come again with another topic. Until then, goodbye. Razia Kali.